Hi all. World is a great place to live. Humans have got an extraordinary ability, and the ability is speech. This sixth sense or this speaking ability can be used for productive as well as destructive purposes. You can build relationships. You can build corporates. You can build nations by your speech. At the same time, you can destruct the world as well as, create wars between two nations just because of a small communication error. Such is the power of communication. And as humans, we are supposed to enhance and enrich this God's given gift. This video is completely dedicated to understand the basics of communication skills. And this module called as communication skill is a part of a series called as personality series. Hope you will enjoy learning the basics of communication. Thank you. Happy learning. Welcome to Shapers Learning Academy. Communication skills. Make your communication a priority. Take classes, read books, magazine articles, or learn from successful communicators around you. Seek a mentor or coach. The first and the foremost requirement to improve your communication skill is to learn the art of communication. Number 2, practice a simple communication. Use simple, straightforward language. More simpler your communication shall be, the more successful. The communication that you're trying to communicate to your opponent should be as simple as possible. So the most successful communication is the most simpler communication. Number 3, engage your listeners. Draw your listeners and readers into the conversation. Ask questions and invite opinions. Solicit their feedback. So, as we see in the picture, a communication is successful only when your listeners are happy with it, or when your listeners participate in the communication. So, when you communicate, ask questions. Invite the listeners into your conversation. Ask questions, ask their feedback, and even let them speak. So the best form of a communication is to engage your listeners to the most. Number 4, think and respond. After you have listened and understood the question, take time to draft in your head what you want to say. There are 3 stages in establishing successful communication. First is to listen. Number 2 is to think. Number 3 is to respond. So first, listen to the question appropriately. Think what should be your draft answer. And once you decide on the draft answer for the final draft, respond to that question appropriately. Number 5, make sure you are understood. Maintain clarity in your speech and make sure that you are understood. The communication is successful only when your listener understands what you like to say. So make sure that your listener has really understood what you like to say, and make sure that you are understood appropriately. Number 6, be a great listener. The best communicators are almost always the best listeners. Listen without judgment and don't be distracted by thinking about what you want to say next. Experts believe that the best part of communication, or the best form of communication, is to listen. Listening is a great skill and an art. So listen without judgment from the people who speak to you, and don't be distracted by what you are supposed to answer next. Rather, listen to the speaker patiently. Number 7, body language. Studies show that 65% of all communication is non-verbal. Watch for visual signs that your listener understands. agrees or disagrees with your message, and be aware that your body is sending signals too. Your body too communicates through the body language. So 65% of your communication is non-verbal. When I say non-verbal, non-verbal is speaking through the body, speaking through gestures. By the picture, you can understand the concept by the picture of this gentleman displayed on your screens. So be aware that your body is sending a signal, and also listen to the speaker's body language and understand the cues from his communication. Number 8, maintain eye contact. Whether speaking to a crowd or one-on-one, maintaining eye contact builds credibility and demonstrates your care about the listeners. Psychologically, when you maintain an eye contact to your listener, it increases or builds the credibility and demonstrates your care about the listeners. So while communicating, try to maintain a genuine eye contact to the listener. Number 9, respect your audience. Recognize your message is not just about you or what you want. You should sincerely care about the needs and the unique perspective of those to whom you are communicating. A communication is ultra successful when your listener has agreed and accepted the solution that you are providing. So, respect your audience, respect your listener. Try to understand his needs and his perspectives and communicate accordingly and responsibly. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope this video would have given you a glimpse of what a successful communication should be. In the next video, let's try to understand better about leadership skills. Thank you.